What's up, Bearded Banker podcast listeners? You can catch every single episode on Spotify and YouTube, whether you want to listen or watch us. I want to welcome our new co-host, Aaron Howell, to the podcast as he and I talk about the NAR settlement. I know it's been talked about until everybody's about blue in the face and sick of hearing it, but you should hear our take because I think it might make you laugh. And we also talk about how rural America is having a little bit of a affordability crisis and our takes on that. And then the second half of the podcast is where we interview Emily Duncan and Hope Clingan from Keller Williams Elevate. And that's a fun interview because we talk a little real estate and, of course, a bunch of other nonsense that we come up with. So listen to us again on Spotify or YouTube. Thanks so much for tuning in. And let's go.
It's like Dags. You like Dags? Oh, you mean dogs.
Welcome to the Bearded Banker podcast that is brought to you by Alcova Mortgage and the Alcova Can-Do Pre-Approval. A pre-approval that guarantees your loan or pays the buyer and the seller of a property if your mortgage pre-approval falls through. Call us at 330-758-7542 to learn more. Alcova Mortgage, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS ID number 40508. Michael Swigert, NMLS ID number 1240868. NMLSConsumerAccess.org. Terms and conditions apply. All loans subject to credit approval. Now sit back, scroll through Instagram, keep overstimulating yourself, and enjoy your host, Michael Swigert.
Okay. Welcome to the Bearded Banker podcast with our new co-host. This is when you say your name.
Oh, I'm sorry.
What's your name?
I froze. Introduce me again.
What's your middle name?
All right, I'm done.
You're going to pull what is it, Dana White? Did you see that?
Oh,
Dana
well,
White
he always
on.
leaves interviews. What are you talking about?
Yeah. Anyway,
It's a stupid question.
Aaron, welcome. Way to grow your beard.
It's actually been cut. It's been trimmed.
I like the, you're really representing. You're really...
You know, it's about brand recognition.
Let's see your underwear.
Not wearing any.
Well, anyway, we have a cool podcast. This is a good one. We interviewed Emily Duncan and Hope Clingan from Keller Williams yesterday. So that was a fun interview. Got a special guest. You'll have to see, tune in to the end to see who the special guest was. We had somebody zoom in, so that was exciting. So it was fun. It was a fun interview, and so we're hoping we have a ton of guests lined up.
Well, Emily and Hope were from Keller Williams, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Those are Medina.
Yeah, Strongsville.
Strongsville, okay.
Strongsville, Medina, there's two offices, but yeah, in Ohio, because, maybe we get some listeners outside of Ohio, or other than just my mom. Yeah, last time Mate, though, he shared it with a lot of his friends. So did you share it?
No.
No, why?
Well,
you don't support?
no.
Anywho, any hoozle. Who has been saying any hoozle? There's somebody that says any hoozle.
Wasn't it Monte that was saying it?
No, but it was really funny, whoever was saying it.
Yeah.
Any hoozle.
Any hoozle.
You remember it too, don't you?
Yeah.
Who was saying it?
I thought it was them.
No, I don't think it was them.
Was it Ryan?
No. We'll come back to it.
Okay.
We'll figure back at it. But yeah, we have a ton of guests lined up, so that's exciting. So the next one, I believe that we have. I don't even want to spoil it.
Yeah, no, we got guests. We
have some guests, and we're lined up, so we're booked. If you want to jump on the podcast, shoot me a message. We are booked up for the next couple episodes, but we'll reach out. I know a lot of people want to get on. So the next one we have some home builders coming on. We have an artist. That's a curveball. That's who it was. It was. We don't want to say the name. Do we want to say it was Mike Jackson?
Mike Jackson.
I
mean, he's a famous artist.
Just beat it. Yeah, he's famous. Yeah. But he was the one that kept saying any hoozle.
Okay.
Yeah, it was him saying any hoozle. Which I think we should probably not say any hoozle. Anyway. But so it's exciting. We got a lot of guests lined up. We have a special podcast. Also, I will be recording from Roanoke, Virginia. So we're gonna have some people from Alcova corporate on the road, which that should be exciting because I will be we're traveling on a Sunday, so I'll probably be 10 to 15 drinks deep at that point. So
On the road.
That should be exciting. Well, I mean, because I have the, I got drink at the airport. I got the club.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna flex that. But yeah, so that'll be exciting, and it's a great way to stay in shape. You wouldn't tell. From us.
I couldn't. I don't know.
You don't have no idea.
I have no idea.
You're in good shape.
I'm in A shape.
All right. So anyway, let's talk about a couple things going on. So this is what we're going to do. We're Aaron and I have some good insight that we like to think we have some good insight, but we're going to react to some of the trending topics, right? So in real estate, in the world, I think today we're just doing real estate, and
one step at a time here.
Yeah, real estate. Maybe one day we'll get into some health tips, but not today. Don't do what we do.
Not those kind of tips.
What do you do?
About what?
But your health tip, what would you do? What would be your number one piece of advice?
See your healthcare provider at least once every 4 years for your annual physical exam.
It's the last time I ever go to that dentist. Yeah. All right. So let's just dive right into it. You ready for this?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, because the biggest thing that I see on TikTok or Facebook or any sort of social media is the NAR settlement, and nothing like beating a dead horse than beating a dead horse.
What does NAR stand for?
National Association of Realtors.
Okay.
Right. So I don't have to give anybody a backstory, but you kind of had to be a realtor, you had to pay your due, whatever. Right. So let's just beat it like a dead horse, but let's go. Let's talk. Let's just talk about it, right? So, you and I share this opinion. This is a strong opinion that you and I share, that they could have done at least 3 things different than what they did with the time they spent on the settlement. I feel like they could have done at least 3 things that would have a more impact on the industry than what they did. Right?
Well, what do you think the settlement? Before we get into our 3 things, I'm curious because something we haven't talked about. What do you think the purpose of that settlement was? What was the purpose of this whole lawsuit trying to do to the industry?
Well, it's not going to do anything to the industry.
I know, but what was the purpose? Because I have no fucking clue.
I think it was a money grab, right? It was a money grab for...
Follow the money. Where's it lead back to?
The deep state.
We all know who.
That dinosaurs are not real.
Oh, my God. We're not continue with the NAR.
They're not real,
We're not going to get into this right now.
So anyway, yeah, it doesn't matter. Everybody gives their opinion. They're all wrong. Everybody's giving an opinion. People that say it's going to change the industry, they're wrong. People that say, it's just business as usual, they're wrong. Like, it's going to change. We don't know. And I don't, quite frankly, as a lender, I don't really give a shit other than what they're going to pawn off. Now
they're going to blame the lender for higher closing costs.
Well, yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it won't be the lender. We won't have. The only thing I can think of is that they're going to, and FHA already came out and said that they're going to make a change to where the buyer's commission will not be part of the 6% max seller concessions that they allow, right? Which, whatever. But I think the thing that's going to change is that I don't know if anything's going to change. We'll see. No, everybody that's giving their predictions right now, and it's actually kind of like, because I've seen lenders do classes on it and whatnot, I feel like it's super premature, right? And that we don't know the landscape that's going to, we just don't know.
Well, no, it's going to, I think it's going to, for what it's worth, I think it's going to be more geographical than anything. It's like in BFE, Northeast Ohio, you're not going to see a huge change.
Yeah.
But it's going to be in those tight, in those more competitive cities and where, you have multi-million-dollar 2-bedroom houses. That is when I think it's going to make the biggest impact.
And again, I just don't give a shit.
Yeah.
I just don't give a shit, right? I mean, in the lending industry, we got slaughtered after 2008, 2009, and the way that our commissions were paid, and now it's totally regulated. That could be where the real estate side's going. I don't give a shit, but I do know that there's 3 things that I think they could have done better with their time. And the first thing that I would say is, instead of going after the commissions and how the buyer's agents are paid, I say they should require real estate agents or realtors, right? So you have to join the NAR, right? You got to pay, become a realtor. Mm-hmm. Mandatory headshots, new headshots every 5 years. Your thoughts?
Oh, I agree completely.
5 years is enough?
No, I would say 5 years is good because it's just long enough where they can't bitch about it.
Yeah.
But it's short enough where they're not going to change as much in appearance.
Yeah, and I've seen some pictures, man. I've seen some tanks, seen some stuff, and it's like, whoa, that's not you.
That's catfishing. That's like posting an old picture or even a different picture, like on those dating sites. This is not your picture, ma'am, sir.
Right.
You reel them in. Them in.
Yeah, and it's in a world where we have nice smartphones, you feel like you could just update them every once in a while. And I don't want to just throw real estate agents under the bus. I've seen some lenders. You're like, bro, that's not. You need to get that updated. So I feel like they should have said, all right, every 5 years, if you're a real estate agent, you want to be a realtor, you gotta have a new headshot. That would have more of an impact on the industry than what they did.
Yeah. Well, how would it have more of an impact on the industry? You think it would weed out some realtors?
No. I just think that people need to see what they look like.
Appearances matter.
I don't.
Well, that's why we're loan officers and not real estate.
That's a good point. Yeah, we're not the beauty.
We're not the front lines.
Yeah, we're not the. Yeah, we're just the ugly, fat loan officers sitting.
Okay, you can stop.
Okay. Well,
no, you're not wrong. Yeah.
I bet you like fried food, don't you? All right, that's enough.
Not
no
that
body
fat.
shaming. But I'm not that fat. So if I would say that would have been a better use of the settlements time or the deep state. That's who did it, right? We can start that because dinosaurs aren't real. But better use of their time. Number 2, force realtors to a limit, a maximum of how many times they can tell a random person in 1 week that they're a real estate agent.
Oof. That'd be hard to regulate.
A la somebody in CrossFit or a vegan. Because we've all met somebody in CrossFit.
Oh, yeah, you can't go to a conversation 2 seconds without them saying
right. But you also said a lawyer, too. And that's
yeah.
actually true because I have seen an advertisement for some clothing company. And it's just this lawyer. And he's like, hey, guys, as a lawyer, and I've been a lawyer for 10 years, it's hard to dress myself. Like, what the
Yeah, yeah.
has nothing to do with you're a lawyer.
Oh, no, yeah.
Also, why is it so hard to dress yourself? We all know how lawyers are made, right?
Oh, yeah.
Anyway.
Anal.
So a maximum amount. What would the number be set at?
How about this?
Because that's how you generate business. That's what everybody's gonna be in the comments. Like, well, how else are you supposed to get business? I get it, but there's got to be a limit.
I think if it comes up naturally in conversation, you can.
That's what she said.
But yeah. So I don't know, because if you start with the realtors, you have to go with attack the vegans too. And the attorneys.
Wow.
How many,
What about vegan realtors?
I've never come across one.
That do CrossFit. They just self-implode.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, listen, that's how you get business. I do like to tell people, like, I work in finance. I'm a bank teller from the office. But, there's got to be a limit. There's got to be a limit.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on... I would say 20 times a week.
That's week?
That's it. That's all you get.
I think that's very generous. I would say even like 10. And
you're only allowed to put your business card at 2 coffee shops and or pulps.
See, no, that's where I think if we're going to take away their chances to talk about themselves, I think they should have unlimited business card access. Because, you don't have to look at a business card.
You know what, though? That also plays back into the headshot thing because, like, I see business cards and you're like, that's not them. They got 5 years. All right, unlimited business. All right, whatever. You know what though? I did see. Where was I? I was in like Western Ohio, and one of the coolest ones. It was a business card on a little calendar, like real tight, real small. You just rip it off. So these got like 100 of them. So it's like real flimsy paper, but that was a cool one. All right, well, so I would say 20 times a week. That's if my math serves me right. There's 7 days in a week. Unless you take a day off. So that's little under 3, or a little over, I'm sorry. No, under 3, yeah, unless you take a day off.
Yeah.
Times a day, okay. Number 3, so that's the 2 things they could have done that would have been more impactful on the industry than what they did.
Okay.
Number 3, if the realtor ever says, I've been doing this for 30 years and never have I, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
Okay? Then they have to donate $1,000 to a charity they absolutely do not support. or do 120 push-ups in 20 minutes.
Yeah, there's got to be some.
And you lose your license if you can't do it.
Yeah, there's got to be some penalty for that.
Yeah.
I mean, and again, this, I don't want to be biased just towards realtors, but anyone who does that, who says something like that.
Well, we're being biased towards realtors because of the NAR settlement.
Yeah, that's
right?
what
Because
that's the scope
we
we're talking
are
about, but-
getting analytical about the NAR settlement because lenders are getting so analytical and say, listen, my advice is right about the settlement. So we're giving right advice here. So
Counter advice.
Yeah. So, all right, if they say, I've been doing this for 30 years and never have I ever, it's just instant like, meh, right?
Yeah,
Because we all know the FBI is monitoring all of our phone calls anyway. So they could just write in federal government and say, hey, $1,000. And you can wait till the transaction closes, but $1,000 to a charity you absolutely do not support or 120 push-ups in 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Can you do 120 push-ups in 20 minutes?
Me personally?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I can't.
You can't? Because that's what, 120 push-ups in 20 minutes. I can't do math. That's what? That's 25 a minute? No. I can't do math. But I can
25 a minute.
Yeah. I told you I'm not in finance. I can't do math.
Yeah, no.
But no, I could do that. But no, I think that's good. There's got to be some penalty for that because they think, yeah, it's the experience. Okay, I don't care. I'm sorry. Like, I don't care how long you've been in this industry, how long you've been in here. Your experience serves you well in terms of what to expect, but things are fluid. Things are always changing. And there are, and I don't care how much experience you have. If there are things beyond your control or my control, your experience is not going to save you.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a sign to me that when somebody says that they obviously haven't done too many transactions. So it's just like I don't know. It's like a defense mechanism.
Yeah.
Like I've been doing this for 30 years and I've never had to get a pest inspection on my VA.
Yeah. I've never seen an appraiser mark
120 push-ups, 20 minutes, as soon as it happens. And it'd be cool if we get the power to do it. That would actually be sweet. Also, for number 3, if a real estate agent does say that, we'll give them a third option. All right. So it's either donate $1,000 to a charity you absolutely do not support, 120 push-ups in 20 minutes, or you have to go work in title. That's it. Which I would say that would probably be the worst of them all, is to go work in title.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
We're gonna have some title agents in here and just like berate.
They're
shit.
Yeah, they're not allowed in here.
Yeah,
No, they're not
true.
allowed in here.
Restraining orders.
Well, I mean, it is what it is. Remember, it's always the lender's fault.
It is.
Yeah. So that's our in-depth analysis about the NAR settlement. They could have spent their time on those 3 things. I think that would have changed the entire landscape of the of home buying. Because I will say, the dumbest thing I've ever heard was the federal government saying that this is going to make home buying more affordable. A nutless monkey could tell you that it's going to do the exact opposite of that. But anyway.
Well, so in a sense, and just as again for my clarification, in a sense, what it's going to give the listing agents the option whether or not to split the commission with a buyer's agent.
Well, yeah, whether they...
But they've already had that option. Haven't they always had that option?
No, so that was the biggest thing, and they can correct me if I'm wrong, but the NAR was saying that if you're going to use the MLS to list your house, you have to offer some sort of buyer's commission. So I think that's what the settlement was, or like the lawsuit was like there was like collusion, or they thought there was collusion, whatever, it doesn't matter. But... no, so it's still going to be like, hey, we're still charging commission. We're still charging it. And a savvy real estate agent that understands the importance of a buyer's agent will say, like, no, Mr. and Mrs. Customer, we do need to offer commission to the buyer because we want them to show and sell our house.
Right.
So there's going to be like, yes, like if you want to get top dollar for your house, you're going to want a buyer's agent representing buyers to sell your house. It's not going to, it's the opposite. If it's like, hey, we're going to save seller's commission instead of the 6%, we're going to charge only 3 or 4 or whatever, and the buyers have to pay themselves. Well, like that's not, now you're limiting the amount of buyer's agents that can show your house and the amount of people that could buy your house. So now you're alienating buyers, and you might not get the highest and the best offer on your house, right? But the dumbest thing was like it's going to make it more affordable. No, it's not going to make it more affordable because the buyer now, in some cases, could potentially have to pay the commission, in which we know that buyers don't have that much money. So If a buyer has to pay buyer's commission, then they're going to be like, well, then maybe I'm not going to look at this house. So, I don't know. But I would say take our other 3 points. I think those are better.
Yeah,
it's better. It's a
a
better thing they should have
Like you said, it would probably have more impact.
Yeah,
it would probably have more impact. But also, I'm curious to see with buyers, buyers agents we're going to see more now signing contracts with their agents.
Yeah, they have to do that now. That's what I think all the attorneys
have
are
to
saying.
do that.
Yeah, because
okay.
if it goes back to where they're buying a house that they have to charge their buyer. Yeah, which is smart on them because it still protect the agents. It protects the agent.
It does protect the agent. Yeah.
No, I mean, I think that again, it's not in effect yet. It'll happen in July, I think, or something like that. We'll wait to see what happens then. But I don't. Yeah. It's not going to change what they thought. Like, it's not going to shake up the industry like they thought it was going to do. What it's going to do is it's just going to cause anything a little bit of confusion and or chaos for buyers.
Yeah, it's gonna
which you were trying to help. Which that's what like Joe Biden's like. Oh, it's gonna help home buyers. Like, what?
No, that guy's a freaking moron.
We are not political on this.
They all
should be in jail.
Yep.
All right, let's go on to the next topic, and this is something that we can really harp on. And this is something that actually a lot of people don't understand unless I've pulled their credit or, we've pulled their credit recently. And it's the absolute scum of the industry, trigger leads. And what trigger leads are, for people that don't know, is that if you purchased a home before and you have a mortgage on your credit report, when another lender pulls your credit, there are lenders out there that pay the credit reporting agencies to get notified when your credit is pulled. And I don't want to name companies, but one of the biggest ones, I mean, they just are really rocketing in the mortgage space. But what they do is they pay the credit reporting agencies to notify them whenever this borrower's credit's pulled. It wasn't even their customer, right? But so we pull the credit, which it's asinine how much credit reports are too. That's also criminal. But what then happens is they just bombard the borrower with phone calls. Yeah. I mean, up to I've had a screenshot. This was last year. I had somebody send 70 phone calls in 24 hours. 70. Yep. And there's nothing we can do about it. And they are just bombarded with these calls. And
I had a borrower the other day, just the other day, called me in a panic because she was getting all these phone calls from different companies. Yeah. She said a couple of them didn't even tell her what company they were from. They just started asking her, "Hey, you're looking to do this. Let me gather this for you. Oh, we're going to determine your DTI. What's your income, blah blah." And she just like, "Whoa, what the hell's going on?"
And they thought it was us. They're like, "Is that somebody with your team?" Like, no. So my favorite thing to do is whenever they do, they show me the text that they get, and I'm like, "Hey, just send this exactly back. Hi, Mr. Loan Officer, who didn't put your NMLS in the text message and have no idea who this is. I am going to report this text message, and I have your first name." And so then they never get a call again from that person. They freak them out. It's like some little dweeb in a call center, like, we're gonna get you a mortgage, and they're getting fed a horseshit lies by some senior manager that's like trying to Wolf of Wall Street this thing, and instead they are just absolutely, I mean, it's like assault on the borrower. Now, there's legislation that is being presented that it will probably be passed in, 9 years to try to make them illegal. But in the meantime, what I would like to do between you and I is rate what level of hell loan officers who purchase trigger leads will rot in.
Yeah.
And for those that don't understand what level of hell we're talking about, so Dante Alighieri was a 14th century poet and wrote a book called Dante's Inferno, and it describes the 3 stages of afterlife. I think the real story is he took acid, fell asleep, and had these visions. It's something or opium. I can't remember, but he dreamt and had these visions, and he wrote 3 books: Inferno, Purgatory, and Paradiso. So it's the 3 stages. And inside of Inferno, in the book, he describes the 9 levels of hell based off the 7 deadly sins.
This is really in depth for this hypothetical punishment for these.
Well, you have to paint the picture, okay? You can't. Also, I want people to understand how smart I am. All All right. So anyway, but I did have to print out. I had to print out the levels. But we're gonna figure out exactly where loan officers, and I hope a loan officer comments on this. Like, I purchased trigger leads. I'm gonna drive to that bastard's house because you are scum of the earth. You're not stealing business from us at all. Not a single one of my borrowers ever goes, oh, well, this guy called me after I already had my consultation with Michael. I better just go with some dweeb on the phone. No, that doesn't happen. Anyway, okay. So the first circle is called limbo. That's just basically for the unbaptized and virtuous pagans, including, well, so then he actually gives lists of famous people that he thinks are going to be in there. So he said Plato and Socrates would be inside of first circle, which is
so
limbo.
definitely not for...
No. So we'll go into the second circle, right? And it's literally like, actually, so he calls it a circle, but in his... No, I think actually in his painting or in the paintings it is kind of like a circle, but it's almost like a pyramid thing.
More, like a funnel.
Yeah, it looks like a funnel. Yeah, okay. So the second circle, lust, souls are blown about in a violent storm without the hope of rest. So again, no, not there.
Getting warmer.
It's getting better. So the third circle is gluttony. The gluttons are forced to live in vile, freezing slush. This one is, guarded by Cerberus. Cerberus, I don't know who Cerberus is. Probably, yeah.
I think it's a 3-headed dog, right?
Okay, right, there you go.
Cerberus.
Well, it's Cerberus. It's CEB. That would be Cerberus. Okay, so no, that I wouldn't say there either. No. They're not in the third level. No, third circle. So let's go to the fourth circle. So this is avarice and prodigality. I don't know. The misery and spendthrift push great heavy weights together, crashing them time and time again. Oh, they miserly. So they have to push these weights together. Yeah. Plutus guards them? No. That's still not good enough. That's like being in the prison yard, just that you're outside working out.
Well, that's the thing. That's why this is a maybe for me, because they actually have to do work.
Okay, so we'll come back to 4. Yeah. So maybe fourth circle. Maybe 4. All right, we have the fifth circle, wrath and sullenness. The wrath fight each other on the surface of the Styx, while the sullen gurgle beneath it. Oh man! All right, so they fight. Oh no, that's the first. They fight each other on the surface of the Styx, while the sullen gurgle beneath it.
Yeah, no, because like you said, these are some like pussy dweebs, but
kind of sounds like gladiators. Like, remember how they had they would stand on the little things with like the foam? That's kind of what I'm envisioning. So that wouldn't be a bad one.
Well, no, but they could that.
No, that'd be fun. Is what I'm trying to get at. Yeah, okay. So all right. So we have the sixth circle, which is heresy. So heretics are trapped in flaming tombs.
This might be it. Heresy.
Yeah, that would be it. All right. So that's number 1 so far.
So far, I would say.
We're gonna say that loan officers who purchase trigger leads so far are in the sixth circle of hell.
Yeah, they commit heresy.
Yep. All right. So the seventh circle, it gets better though.
Okay.
Because actually, I already think I know which one it is because I knew what the eighth circle was. But all right, seventh circle is violence. The violent against people and property, the suicides, the blasphemers, and the sodomites, and the No. Eighth circle, fraud.
Ooh.
Panderers and seducers, flatterers, sorcerers, and false prophets, liars, thieves, and Ulysses is down. Yeah, so, but it doesn't go into too much depth of what they're doing down in the eighth circle, though.
Oof, yeah.
And then treachery is the ninth circle. Betrayers of special relationships are frozen in a lake of ice. This is where Satan, Judas, Brutus, and Cassius live.
Not Cassius.
Nah. A2 Brute.
Yeah, I know.
Caesar salad. A2 Brute.
Yeah.
I'm going to still probably go. All right, so we have a frozen in a lake of ice. That's not terrible.
No, you're just like frozen in time. There's no, yeah.
The trapped in flaming tombs terrifying.
Yeah.
All right, so I think I should answer for you. I think we're going to say 6.
Yeah.
Okay, so, and we will make this official. This is the Bearded Banker Podcast official statement.
Official punishment of the week.
All loan officers and companies that purchase trigger leads will rot in the sixth circle of hell, trapped in flaming tombs for all of eternity.
All of eternity. You heard it here
and
first.
That's official. You heard it here first.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think anybody's ever done that in-depth of analysis of where trigger lead purchasers go.
We'll be the first, not the last, though.
No. And I would have to say everybody's welcome.
Yeah.
But that's where they're going to go. Yeah, it's the bane of our existence. I hate it. It's awful. There's nothing you can do. I've tried everything to get around it. They still get calls, and it's awful. It's terrible. And if that's how you're trying to make your living, by pressuring and deceiving customers, then sixth circle of hell.
Yep.
You go?
Yep.
Sorry, it's empty. I got ice cubes.
Oof, now I got to hear that.
I was going in my throat. All right. The last thing is a little bit more serious. So we'll talk about the affordability in rural America, because you and I live in rural America. Our office here, I've said it a bunch of times, this is the only stoplight in the entire school district. We have drive-through tractor to school day. Our entire school district is made up of 3 villages, not even cities. We're 20 minutes to the closest grocery store, maybe 17 minutes, whatever. But we live in rural America. And Housing Wire just came out with an article today that Bloomberg did a report that at an alarming rate, almost at a crisis level, how affordability has skyrocketed in rural America. And I can attest to that. You can attest to that. I bought my first house in 2015 for $80,000. You can't find anything around here that is anywhere remotely close to that.
Move-in ready, more than 2 bedrooms.
And by move-in ready, I mean just passing in an appraisal.
Yeah.
I mean, we're not talking like nice, like, oh, look, like, well, I'm just talking about, that you can move, that has floors.
It's ridiculous.
That doesn't have holes everywhere in the drywall, that foundation isn't crumbling. And you know how passionate I get about our area and how I feel like there's just small things that kind of signify the mediocrity of our mindsets here, or that we kind of preach into, I wouldn't say into children, but into people that grow up here, live here, and now no longer work here.
Yeah.
And I think one of the reasons that we're seeing affordability so bad is that wages have stagnated, and wages have stagnated across the board in the entire United States. But here in general, I mean, the cost, so wages stagnating, but then the cost of living has gone up substantially here. And because, and there's a whole bunch of factors, but people love the idea of living in the middle of nowhere, where it was our lifestyle, and this is where we're from. Now people want the yard and the 2 acres and no neighbors, and it's like the country music song makes it.
Yeah, because when we were like growing up, it was the opposite, which was because now you would see people flock to the cities, flock to these suburbs where it's like, oh, that's where the jobs are, that's where I'm going to get paid more, newer houses, everything like that. But now we see this migration back.
Yeah.
Well, you know what I mean. But it's like we see this shift in mindset where they want the land.
Yeah, and they want the. My biggest argument is, and we've always said, because the USDA loan program has always been available, and it's huge around here. It's what I use. It's one of my favorite loans. It's what I used to buy my first house. It was designed to help rural America kind of compete, because what happened, after World War II was the suburbanization of America, where we had they call it the strip malls, right? Where we were moving into suburbs out of the cities, but now it's almost like there was this like, hey, let's move out of the suburbs into BFE, which I'm allowed to say that because that's where we live. Mm-hmm. But the thing that I think the root cause of it is, and it's so bizarre to me, that when you go to public school, your tax dollars, which we have super high property taxes now. It's always been a sexy thing of moving to rural America that property taxes were always low. It's not the case. You and I live in an area where our property taxes are substantially higher than other rural areas. I mean, I see it all the time. Like I was just looking, it's not rural, but I was looking in Lorain County and actually like suburban areas, and their property taxes are, substantially lower. And I'm not trying to compare the two, but I'm just saying something that is closer to civilization, if you will, has way lower property taxes. But anyway, we're getting kind of off track, but that we pay money into the public school system, and then we support all of our youth to go to public school, and then we send them out. As soon as we educate them, there's no incentive to work here. We don't have industry. We have farms, which I'm not knocking the farmers, but we no longer have industry here. And a perfect example is and I'll probably get flack from this from people that I know, that we had a golf course in our village that was donated, number one, and don't even get me started on that, but employed people. And then we have somebody local buy it, and literally 0 jobs exist from it now. Right? So you took away, I don't even know how many jobs they had, maybe 10 to 15 employees, but guess what? That was 10 to 15 people that worked in our area, that made a living in our area, gone. Right? And it's like that we encourage our high schoolers to go to college or to go get a job outside of learn a trade. But where are they going to do it? Here, when it's almost like we're not investing in our area. And that is a reason that I believe that you have wages, wages are no longer being paid out here. They have to move to where the jobs are.
Yeah.
Right? Especially first-time home buyers. And that's why affordability is going down, is because now you have houses selling for crazy amount of money because people like the nostalgia of being able to commute into their job.
Well, it's like it's a chicken and egg thing now. So it's like is the lack of jobs causing people to move out, moving out causing lack of jobs? It's a vicious cycle. It is a very vicious cycle, because again, it's like, I mean, whoever the investor, for the golf course or anything like that, if an investor came in and said, okay, if I build a business here, what's the likelihood that I get money out of it? And because of, again, cost of everything has gone up, they said no. But again, it's like, this is why I get in a bitch and get in a tizzy about just everything from the government to taxes. We're taxed to hell.
On everything.
Wages, income, sales, property, everything we're taxed on. We're taxed on taxes that we've paid taxes on.
Yep.
And it's like we can bitch at it till kingdom come, but it's not going to change.
No, it's not going to change.
It's never, and that's the thing. It's not going to. I don't care how many Congress people you write to, how much they're going to make your promises, which they never do. But congressmen say it's not going to change.
Yeah.
So it's like, if you're not willing to, if it's not gotten that bad that you haven't looked out of even like exiting the country.
Yeah.
Then it's like, that's probably the best thing you can do.
Well, I think it also starts low. It's always local, and it's mindset. It's that again, and I even just said a little bit ago that for some reason in this area in rural America, we preach mediocrity. We do, and I've said this for years that we want our kids to be mediocre. We don't want them to be ambitious. We want them to go get a job, as opposed to creating a job, or as opposed to investing in. And again, I'm not sound like a broken record, but the perfect example is, we had a perfectly functioning golf course, a business that in our area that just got bought out and it's gone. And that's the mindset that it's like that's not investing in our community.
Well, but you have to understand 0%. Too that I don't think the average BFE family thinks like that, though. They think of success as having a 9-to-5 job, being able to pay your taxes, pay your mortgage on time, pay your credit cards, and take a 2-week vacation a year.
But where's that 9-to-5 job at? It's not here.
No, it's not here. But again, they have to. That's where you got remote jobs now.
But they're making people go back into work. So again,
but I'm saying, like, when you say they're we're preaching mediocrity, to them that's not Well, it is mediocrity, but they don't use that. They just think, oh, that's a living.
Correct.
That's life.
That's why I'm saying it's a mindset.
Yeah, but again, that comes from a generational thing where I don't own my own business and everything like that. I worked a 9-to-5. That should be good enough for my family. Type thing. But look at the business owners out there, and you have to go far beyond here to look at business owners, but they probably preach investing, financial advice to their kids. It does fall back on the parents. If they want to get their family out of that slump, that's what they have to do.
Yeah. And I'm just I will say though that it is a problem that, and we see it, we hear it every day when parents try to get involved with their kids buying a house, and it's like they can't do what you did. That doesn't exist anymore.
Right.
Your $80,000 house that you built on 3 acres of land and you saved up for in a shoebox and paid cash for the land, that house now sells for $450,000.
Right.
Because of it's sexy to move out to rural America, but then you can't complain about it when, the affordability's gone and we're going to have to move into inner cities to higher population density areas because that's where the affordability is. But also that's where their jobs are taking you. Like, if you can't invest in our community, if you just leave it as this lavish, like the upper middle class are buying the houses, And then, yeah, unfortunately, that's it. But if we can't invest in our area, if we can't invest in our community,
So
and
you're
create
talking
jobs,
You're talking to the business owners out there.
I'm talking just to everybody. That
But when you say like invest, like okay, how's a Joe Schmo that makes $50,000 a year in a good year? How's he? How are they supposed to reinvest in their community?
Well, it sounds terrible, but it's a little bit too late now for them, right? But when we have our children growing up and we're putting them through school, give them the idea of like, hey, like it's okay if you don't want to get a job, you can go create a job. It's okay to go to school and move back here and invest here. And open up a business or encourage going to a trade. And hey, don't go work for some big, for a plumber. Don't go work for some big plumbing company. Why not invest here in a storefront in a village and serve the area here, right? And then it's the mindset thing that changed. And it's not going to be a radical thing that's going to happen overnight. It's going to be, unfortunately, multiple generations that way will have to, that will have to take place. But again, it's. That there's a whole issue, and it's not going to change. Until it's no longer sexy to live in the middle of nowhere, which I think is going to cycle out faster than we think. I think that's when we'll see it change. But affordability will continue to skyrocket. Continue to skyrocket until we have families sell to other to family members. That's the only way that you're going to get in.
Speaking of like just skyrocketing prices, I tell people, because a lot of my first time home buyers, that's what they're pre-approved for. They're no more than 200,000.
Yeah,
and then it's like they get discouraged because what can I get for 200,000? And also, of course, even though they can afford that much, they may not want a payment of a $200,000 house. But again, and they think, I'm going to wait, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. I say, forget, what are you waiting for? That's a whole nother podcast we can do. But I tell them, in a sense, it's like, forget interest rates. Forget everything about what your parents told you. It's simple supply and demand. Simple. There's not enough houses, way too many buyers.
And the demand for houses in rural America are higher than they've ever been.
Exactly.
And even what's disgusting, which I've seen in a couple houses around here, they'll just tear the house down. Somebody that wants to build a big ass house, they're going to tear it down and build their house. So it's not going to change overnight. It's going to get worse. It'll absolutely get worse for affordability in rural America. But it unfortunately, that is what it is. And your starter home may now be in the city limits somewhere. And, and I had this conversation a couple weeks ago with a borrower that wanted to live here where they grew up. But unfortunately, it's tough. It is tough. So that's it. That was the most serious thing we've ever talked about.
Oof.
I don't like it.
So flaccid.
You want to get to the interview?
Oh, that wasn't the interview?
No, not our interview.
Oh, yeah.
We'll get to Hope and Emily. Hope Clingan and Emily Duncan. And, enjoy it.
Yeah.
There's no hard start. We just go.
Okay. All right.
I was waiting for you. Okay. All right.
I'm out of stories.
Well, you should have heard the story you just said because we're going to leave it in there.
It was a good one.
That's a good one. Well, thanks for stopping. Thanks for coming in finally because we canceled for 3 weeks.
Yeah.
66% was Emily's fault.
Sorry.
Yeah. 66% was Emily's fault. So also, you reminded me I'm always late, and the last time that we did this, my mic wasn't on. 2 times ago, my mic wasn't on, and then the last time we all recorded, Emily turned the mic off, and Hope and I made a video that was our best one.
It was really good.
And all you can hear is Michael, and then Hope's just like this.
She's the smarter one of the two, so
that's all you can hear. So, anyway, thanks for coming, and how's it feel to finally be on it?
I feel honored.
You feel honored, yeah. Thanks, Hope. Thanks. Why'd you shake your head?
It's just another Thursday.
Oh yeah,
that's it. Mm-hmm. We have a little dead animal smell. So you guys want to describe the smell?
Musty.
I think it's like sour fruit.
It's not. We checked everything. There is no food on the premises.
Smells like okay. It's your Scentsy
sour fruit
plus dead squirrel.
Well, I got a Scentsy in there.
Sour fruit.
He has a Scentsy. So when I walked in yesterday, I was like,
it wasn't fruit smelling though. It was clean linen.
Okay.
You smell it now. It's from
my coffee.
It's from me mommy. My mommy bought me the Scentsy.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh.
Thanks, Karen.
Are you a Scentsy? That is her name. Are you a Scentsy fan or like a wax fan or candles? I know you're candles.
I used to be Scentsy.
So what was the shift? The cataclysmic shift?
Dogs.
Because why? Or is it toxic?
No, but I use them as decoration, so they would be lower on tables. But candles I can like put in the cabinet. So I put them like high so the dogs can't get them.
Dogs can't get them.
Yeah.
Also, like if you have like a Scentsy going, like that's it's almost like a 55-year-old lady. But if you have candles burning, that's a little you invite somebody over.
Yeah.
It's like yeah.
I'm a candle person for sure.
How many candles do you have?
Too many.
Do you have a bunch?
I don't know. Not like too many.
Because I think
Probably
like I might
six.
be 6. Okay, I might be an owner of one,
Candle?
just one candle,
How many
Okay.
does Taylor have?
but one. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Yeah, no, just one.
I never liked the wax burners, so.
That's Scentsy, right?
Yeah.
Is it the same?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Yeah, they don't last very long.
No.
That's what she said. But yeah, they don't last very long. And they,
Duncan.
yeah, you think that's the only one we're gonna get in? Yeah,
That wasn't even a good one. Though.
I
That's like-
highly doubt that though.
Hey, oh yeah, right. Oh, and they're expensive. They're super expensive.
Yeah.
My sister would always have a party, and she's like, "Oh, if you spend like $200, you get $50 for free." And then you come and there's like I don't know, like a handful of packs,
Yeah.
and then she gets them all for free because it's like a pyramid scheme. Remember that episode of The Office when he's like, "So this guy got me in, and then I need to get 3 people in underneath, and then if you guys all get," and then Jim goes up and draws the pyramid. It's not a pyramid scheme. That's what Scentsy is. All right, so we're it's official candle people.
Yeah.
You remember that giant candle I got for my birthday?
Oh yeah, you know what that says? I like it to smell good.
Okay.
What are you thinking? Unbelievable.
I didn't. Okay.
All right, so let's talk about real estate, right? That's the reason why we're here.
Okay.
Tell me about real estate. What do you want to talk about real estate?
Honestly, when I'm not working with people, I don't want to talk about real estate.
Yeah, but that's like all we have in common now. That's like that's our.
That's not true. We share the same birthday.
We do share the
Yeah,
same birthday.
so-
So where are you gonna take us for our birthday?
Yeah,
Emily?
this year.
We're not, and we're not driving. We're sitting in the back seat.
You were gonna
Treat
chauffeur us.
yourself. Not you, us. We treat ourselves.
I got that part. It's not a treat to have you both in the back of my car. I don't know. I'm trying to think of something somewhere fun.
Chuck E. Cheese.
No, because I know. So I haven't been to Chuck E. Cheese since like first grade because I got food poisoning. I could never go back.
I thought the story was gonna be way funnier than that. Okay.
I can
No,
still
it's sad.
play in the playground. So I'm down.
Oh yeah. And then I'll yell like just angry outside, like, "Don't you get in trouble! Come on,
I'll be like, you'll have to drag me out of here.
make sure you wash them hands." I don't know if I can go to Chuck E. Cheese because I feel like Charles is up to something. Being a 33-year-old and I go in there, they serve beers. I'll probably have like 2, 3, 5 beers, and all of a sudden be like, "What's the deal with that mouse?"
Right.
Charles. You know what his middle name is?
Edward.
I'm not upset. I don't know.
Edward. I don't want to hear a guess. Eugene.
It is.
No, it's entertainment. Charles Entertainment Cheese.
I like Edward better.
Well, I like how I said Eugene, and she's like, "It is.
I was thinking
It's really Eugene," which is kind of a curveball because when you hear Eugene, you don't think E, you think U or G.
Yeah.
I think E, but okay.
Well, I know how it's spelled, but when I say Eugene, you don't think E, E.
Numbers are his thing, not letters.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, algebra really messes me up, so I'm no good.
I also don't ever think of Eugene, so like it's cool. We can.
Yeah, that's true.
All right. Well, so let's talk about real estate. I did cheat a little bit and told you guys some of the questions. So I like the one.
I didn't read them though.
You didn't read them at all?
No.
Oh, so it's gonna be a curveball.
I said something about an animal, and I was like, I don't have time for.
Well,
that.
yeah. No, we have time for that. We have time.
No, I mean like to read them yesterday. I was very.
Oh, okay. All right. So the one that was good, right? Because Emily, you've been in the industry 7 years.
6.5.
6.5. Nobody's counting. Hope, how long have you been in it?
3.
3. So if you could stop time and go back to yourself the week before you took your classes, what would you tell yourself?
Oh goodness!
Run.
The week before I
Run.
took my no, I would. I love. Actually, no. Maybe Two things. One, to give myself grace, and also to protect my time.
Okay.
Because my first few years, I did not protect my time, and burnout is real.
Yeah.
I like that. I would tell myself that the school is nothing like actually working in real estate.
Yeah.
It doesn't really set you up for a career.
Because you're.
But we know how many yards are in an acre.
How
Is it
many-
even yards? Or whatever it is.
I think it's feet.
Square feet.
Feet.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's square feet. Yeah, so
Pretty
how
much.
many is it? I think I might know.
It's something, I know it was like
It's in it.
tomato, like two something.
52.
Remember, they would
Isn't it
use
52?
5280 or something. Yeah.
52,874.
Am I wrong?
I have no idea. I think it's 52.
Okay,
though.
so I didn't remember anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the only reason that it's 52 is because when you go on, we'll bleep this out, on Zillow, it'll show that that's an option. And I'm like, what? That was so bizarre. Like, why 52,000? And I'm like, oh, it's an acre.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah, so what your class is it a lot of like legalese? Because like that's what ours is. Like the test like was super hard to take to pass. And it was all just laws that we have somebody at our company that's their entire job that I don't understand. Like some of it's useful, but like, yeah, most of it I'm like, I won't have to remember this because I have safeguards set up for me to make sure I'm compliant.
Yeah.
But
a lot of it was the legal stuff. But I think if they could revamp the schooling and just teach you more about maintaining like relationships with your clients and like stuff like that.
Yeah.
Going out and getting business, like they didn't teach you any of that. They didn't.
yeah, and
They want to keep you out of real estate jail. That's what school is for.
Yeah, pretty much.
Which the hardest part is the going out and getting business. And
Yeah.
That's what I don't think people understand is like that how many hats that you guys have to wear to not only get business to come. I mean, first you're out there selling yourself, you're selling your services, so you're getting the business, and then you're maintaining the business, and then you're closing the business, and it's quite a bit. I think the one thing that people, and correct me if I'm wrong, but if I could go back and tell myself is like, hey, like how long it's going to be to get either A, your first paycheck, or B, to get it to where it's like starting to be a job.
Yeah.
Like it's almost seems like you're sold the idea, like, well, especially on social media, that like everybody thinks I can just become a real estate agent. Like I could do that.
I had that thought process in the beginning too. Like you think that you're gonna make all of this money, and as soon as you get your license, everybody that you know is gonna come to you.
Yeah.
And that's just not how it is.
Yeah.
People need to know that you know what you're doing, and that just takes time.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I would
And
also tell myself not to be afraid to fail, because you learn.
Oh, that's good.
And that's something that I think I always want to do good, and I'm definitely a people pleaser, but it's okay to not get it on your first try because you learn.
yeah. That's good.
Yeah.
Why you're looking at me like waiting to interject.
I feel like I have to be smart now after Hope talks.
All right, now back to Emily.
Yeah.
Real estate is cool.
Well, I feel that way when you talk. So.
Oh,
Most people do.
yeah. I don't.
All right, calm down.
Yeah, let's not get ahead of ourselves. Yeah, I think so working, because you guys have two different kind of models, right? So Emily, you've always been by yourself, right?
Yeah.
You've always been
Well,
independent.
Yeah, like for just a few months I was on a team. But
Okay. Yeah, and then Hope, you're on a team, and it's so talk about because I know being on a team, you get, obviously there's support there's people there to kind of help you and guide you and also help you with some of the business, like
Yeah.
right, okay. So is it, I mean, tell me about it. You gotta love it, right?
So I wanted to be on a team when I started out because I didn't know anything, and I wanted that support, that not necessarily to get business or leads, but I just wanted to be able to reach out to someone if I had questions, because I knew I was going to have a lot of questions. So that's why I like being on a team.
Is this your announcement that you're leaving the team?
No.
Whoa.
I am not leaving the team.
She's gonna be a loan officer.
Yeah.
Or I just put it
Curveball.
together.
This would be the worst time to do that.
I'm actually going to sell furniture. I'm leaving all of it. No, I'm just kidding.
We need some new
Kind of.
chairs in here, so that'd be.
Well, okay, refinish furniture.
Oh,
That's what I did
probably
during
use some
COVID. I
love.
made like $4,000.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I had a lot of time on my hands and a whole garage full of like people's trash furniture. Literally trash.
Was that your garage?
Furniture. Yeah.
Like, where'd you get the furniture?
My neighborhood.
You just
Literal trash furniture.
So
Yeah.
you okay? This is. I have a family member that does this, and you would not believe the stuff he gets from people's trash.
It's crazy what people throw away. It's
Yeah.
insane.
I'm
And you
those
don't
people.
even have to refinish it.
Yeah.
You could just take it from their trash and sell it on Marketplace or something.
Yeah, my furniture is pretty gross. It's pretty gross. Oh, Emily saw it. There's stains. Well, this is awful.
But you have kids, so
yeah, that's
I feel like
why.
that's-
So like, there's peanut butter and jelly stains. It looks like we murdered the entire family of Smuckers, like on our like everywhere, right? So am I allowed to say Smuckers? I'm allowed to say Smuckers. But yeah, so
right.
my furniture.
Why wouldn't you be?
Well,
podcast.
copyright. Yeah,
Oh,
that's right.
okay.
Oh, hey, we had 400. I think we're almost up to 500 listens on the first one. So.
Congratulations.
Oh,
Thank you. That's not a
That's
big deal.
awesome.
But when you think about it, actually, because now we're going down a tangent, 500 people listen to us ramble on. That's kind of crazy. 500?
Or they just need hobbies.
They need-
Yes, you do a great job. I'm proud of you for having 500.
Yeah. That's
Whatever.
an accomplishment.
Whatever.
I'm one of those people, though, so I just insulted myself along with
That
the
you listen?
400.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to know what's crazy? I've never listened to a podcast.
So I started listening to
I know.
more probably like within the past year, maybe 2 years. I've had this going since like 2018 or 19, and I would just do like a couple episodes a year, like if it's some trending topic or whatever.
Yeah.
But I actually enjoy them. Like when you're in the car, what do you listen to? Just music?
Yeah.
It might. I don't know. Try a podcast, and it doesn't have to be anything like
It's
I
not
listen
that
to.
I'm against it. I just never have.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
I-
I just haven't.
I don't know. For me, it was like too hard to access, which is the dumbest thing I've ever said because there's like it's 2 buttons on your phone, and you
Yeah.
can, like, if we all have iPhones, so you have Apple Podcasts, but I don't know. Now it's not so bad because I'll listen when I'm in the car, and then I get out, and then I get back in, and it's at the same spot, and it's they're enjoyable because you get to see people's real sides. Like this is the whole point of why I
Yeah.
want to do this. Like people, it's just it's good. I don't listen to mortgage podcasts though, so.
You do or do not?
I do not. No, I
yeah.
used to. I used to listen to one, and it was pretty good. I got some really good ideas from it, but I don't know. When you make sausage all day, the last thing you want to talk about or hear about is how sausage is made.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Is that
I
how-
can agree with that. I don't listen to real estate too many very often, do I?
Yeah.
Not, yeah. Do I listen to real estate podcasts?
So I also listen to this one, which will take us into our next question. That I'm a firm believer that dinosaurs are not real.
Okay.
So what do you think?
I just watched a show on Netflix that like talked about the history of the Earth. and-
Jurassic Park.
No. And it talked about like Earth had like 8 mass extinctions, and they talked all about the dinosaurs, and there was like one dinosaur that like took over 80% of the land, and then
One dinosaur.
yeah, one type of dinosaur, and they
badass.
they were like the main dinosaur, right?
Yeah.
And they were herbivores.
Okay.
And then there was another dinosaur that turned like a carnivore,
Carnivore,
and
yeah.
just completely destroyed them because they didn't have any defenses.
I love science fiction. That's awesome. That's so cool.
So I wasn't there, so I cannot confirm or deny
Confirm
that
nor deny.
dinosaurs
Yep.
existed.
See, so that's my favorite. Oh, well, go ahead.
I've never thought about it before in my life.
Yeah, nobody ever does. They just accept the fact that dinosaurs
you
are
a
real.
I just
Flat
don't even
earther,
think
too?
about
No, I'm not a flat earther,
Okay.
right? Because are you a flat earther?
No, but I told
It
Hope
made me
yesterday.
think of it.
I said when you walk into a room and yell fire, people go crazy. The new one is walk into a room and yell the earth is flat. They will lose their minds.
Yeah.
I know the Earth isn't flat because we'd fall off of it.
Right.
I don't think it makes a difference. Like I know, like in our lives, if it's flat or not.
That's true.
Like it's not. I still.
Yeah, I mean, I watched some pretty convincing YouTube videos before, and then you like sit there and think about it, like you're just like no. Like they say they can't see the curvature of the Earth when you're like so far, or when you're in a plane. Why can't you see how the Earth curves? I'm like, well, I don't know.
I don't think you're up high enough.
I just think it's way too big.
Yeah.
That's what she said.
Thank you.
Did
So
it?
I don't think she said that.
So
He was waiting for it. Like, somebody say it.
I can't say, I can't be the
Exactly.
only one that says it, but I don't believe dinosaurs are real. And yeah, I'm not going to spend the whole podcast, but it's a good
Why?
argument. Well, okay, so first of all, everybody always says, well, why would they lie? Because I think, like, all right, we found perfectly preserved dinosaur bones in a dig site. What were they digging for? Like, and everybody always argues, well, the first time they found, okay, great. So let's say we found this thing in which none of them exist anymore, which they still say they do. 'Cause, like, they say iguanas, turtles,
Are you on the
alligators,
side they
crocodiles.
exist or don't exist? Or are we?
I don't believe dinosaurs exist.
Okay, continue.
Right? So we have nothing, though. So we find dinosaur bones, but what do we compare them to? Like, there's not a dinosaur living that I could be like, oh, no, look, yes, dinosaur bones, right? It's a theory that these were dinosaurs, that these are their bones.
So what do you think they are?
I have no idea. Could be rocks. Could have been an animal. But, like, all right, so
A dinosaur is an animal.
I listened to, right, but why doesn't it exist anymore? And we can't prove. So
you
we
should
can't
watch
prove.
that Netflix.
I will, yeah, that's fine, but I won't believe it because my argument is that it takes as much faith to believe in science as it does in religion. That's my argument, right? So we take science where it's like, hey, this is a dinosaur bone. Well, what proves? What do we have that proves that it's a dinosaur bone? We have nothing. We don't have a baseline set of a dinosaur that exists. They say, well, look at the crocodiles and alligators.
they
Look at their bones.
Test like the age of.
Well, yeah, carbon dating. Yeah, that's my favorite, carbon dating. So this is crazy. Every statistics class I've ever taken, which I took a ton, and also every single so data analytics, any science, like I just remember science classes where there would be like a range or like what they call in statistics, like standard deviation, right? So of what it would be acceptable data to plot out or acceptable data to use. So when we look at carbon dating, they're like, this fossil is either anywhere between 1 and 3 million years old. So when you sit there and think about like 1 million and 3 million, it's like saying like, I can't tell if like this species is from like a squirrel or like, I don't know, like a horse. Like the range is so crazy. I always like poop references. They're always fun. Yeah. But like, so I honestly, like, there's just no proof. They could have, but then why do we have alligators, iguanas, tortoises that were around when dinosaurs were here? Why did they survive? Do you know the size of a velociraptor? Like a velociraptor was about the size of a large chicken.
Yeah.
So why did the large chickens not survive, but the iguanas did?
Chickens survived. They're like the ancestors. So in a way they did.
But no, what
just
I'm saying like, so
evolved.
velociraptors
Yeah. They
were a
evolved.
dinosaur. Well, no, the velociraptors didn't evolve into chickens, but
They're
velociraptors.
the closest like relative to velociraptors.
What, chickens are?
Yeah.
Yeah, but what I'm saying though is, why didn't they survive? Why didn't the raptors survive that we have bones of now? And also my favorite, how do they know what it sounds like? If you go online, it's like, this is what a velociraptor
Yeah.
sound like. No. I don't believe that they exist. They could. There's no evidence on this planet that you could give me that dinosaurs exist. Because we have no baseline to tell, like, all right, well, yeah, here's a dinosaur. Here's their bones. There you go.
Any input on this?
I don't care.
Yeah.
I could tell.
I mean, great points, but I don't. This is not what keeps me up at night.
Are they great points?
As being nice.
See,
I sound
everybody,
like a
listen,
jerk if I-
but they're not bad points. You can't like Aaron and I get in a fight all the time about dinosaurs because like he is so passionate that they existed, and all I say is show me a dinosaur.
Why is that his passion though? Who
Well,
cares?
you'd be surprised how many people
It's like
get
the
so
flat
passionate.
Earth thing.
Yeah, people get so passionate about it, and I'm like, chill, bro. I don't really care that much. They're not real, so like, why would I love? Hey,
Yeah.
science fiction's cool. I love science fiction. The Matrix, loved it. I know the Matrix isn't real, or is it? Yeah,
Maybe we're all.
I
in
was
the
gonna say,
Matrix.
maybe we're all plugged in.
Yeah.
Yeah, you haven't watched the Matrix, have you?
yes.
You watch the Matrix?
Yes.
Did
why
you
is
watch
that
all
so
three?
Shocking. Yes.
Maybe we're a figment of a dinosaur's imagination. Did you ever think about that?
No, because they weren't real, so they don't have imaginations.
How do you know?
If they had imaginations, they would have dug underground and survived the asteroid.
Some of them did.
So right, the iguanas did. Those were they had good imaginations, and they were like, I'm gonna dig it out. Yeah, no, it's always a good starter. It's fun to bring up, especially when everybody's like getting too chummy. You know, like when we're having like peace and harmony. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I'm just
you
like,
have to have a little conflict.
right. Like I'm like, yeah, life's going a little too good right now. Hey, Aaron, dinosaurs aren't real, right? Right. So. Also, what's crazy is that the idea that the universe could have been created an hour ago. Have I talked to you about this one yet? Mm-mm. Okay. Have I talked to you about this one yet?
No.
All right. Well, then we'll stop it at this one and go to the next one. But like, so the way that that time works, being the fourth dimension, and because at first I didn't understand what relativity meant, but if the universe is expanding. So let's say the great event horizon of the universe, the Big Bang, whatever they call it, right? The creation of the universe started here. And as it's expanding out, the further you get away from it, this is us here, this is our time, but time is relative. So as it keeps expanding, could have been literally an hour ago, but we have no idea because the closer you are to the event horizon, the faster their time is traveling. You guys feel me?
Once again, how will this affect my sleep at night or my life?
It'll keep you up at night. Yeah. Yeah, that's what she said. But yeah, it'll keep you up at night because you're going to be, because you're like, wait, what if the universe was created like an hour ago? Yeah.
I'm with Emily on that one.
Yeah, no, that one, it's again, that's just a theory. It's just theory.
It's your theory.
Just like dinosaurs. Like we have no way to prove that it's real.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
I actually feel dumber after this.
I was really hoping for a little bit of a fight back. Like I was really. Hold on. Let me look up the
I
other
feel like
question.
I
Call
argued a
Aaron.
little bit.
No,
on
I'm
the
gonna look up my
dinosaur
other
thing.
questions. We're gonna move on to the next one. I was really expecting for
The time thing, I think, is just too complicated. For
Yeah,
me to,
so
like-
it took me forever, and I'll be honest with you. One night I was sitting at home, and like I don't know if I was like watching YouTube videos or whatever, but it was like 11 o'clock at night, and I'm like, oh, it makes sense, but I can't really explain it how it makes sense because like, yeah, just you have to understand the theory of relativity, and then one day it made sense to me, and yeah. Okay.
I won't.
No.
Oh, this is kind of like on the same line though. This is a good one. This was a good one. So. This is the last animal one. So if you could be one animal for just 1 month and then you revert back, what would it be? Mine's an easy answer.
Mine's easy too.
Is
Do
it?
you have one? I feel like you were ready to go.
Yeah, this was the one question I probably thought the most about.
Ooh. So wait, should we let her go last then? If she thought about it the
My
most.
answer is going to be disappointing. Sure.
Wait, can we guess what animal you're going to pick?
Yeah. Oh gosh. Yes. Guess. I already feel like.
A golden retriever.
Why?
So you can be pet all day?
Yeah.
Who's a
That's what
good
she
boy?
said.
Who's a good boy? Actually, I don't know. A dinosaur. No. I don't know. I don't actually know. This is going to be a curveball, and I'm going to judge you.
That's fine. So whether it's a month, a day, an hour, a lifetime, it'd be a flamingo.
Wow, that is way out of left field.
flamingos.
Wait, why? Because they're pink and cool.
They're pink and
Yeah.
they like stand on. They have really good balance. I mean, all they do is I feel like they're actually a lot smarter than they appear to be. So they don't have to like. Nobody messes with them. When's the last time you've messed with the flamingo?
I don't know if I've ever actually ever.
You run after geese.
I haven't ran
They throw
into
stuff
one.
at swans.
Yeah, I hate geese. Canadian geese. Those
Yeah.
are the. We need to build a
Flamingo?
wall over Canada because the Canadian geese.
and
You
it's
would just
perfect.
fly over it.
It's got to be a tall wall. Yeah, they're not that smart. It's Canadian geese.
Well, with
They
flamingos too, they all. It's like the perfect. It's me, like,
Right, yeah.
and they have really good legs. But that's not the part I'm saying. That's me.
They have
The me-
really good
They
legs.
do. Like, look at it.
For a
Sister,
bird?
Look at that girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Aren't they like? Yeah, for a bird. Yeah, like you have to specify. Like I feel like.
long
Yeah.
stem. So they also can be by themselves or like with a flock, which is like me. Like leave me alone, but also don't leave me too alone because I need constant attention.
Right. Okay. Wow. A
flamingo.
flamingo. That was.
And I feel like.
And that was a quick answer.
And they
like,
live in warm water.
You
Or
went-
warm water, warm weather.
You went right to it. Yeah, you said.
I think about
flamingo.
this every day. This I do think about it every day. Dinosaurs, no.
So you think about what animal you'd be every
I think
day?
I'm gonna be reincarnated too. What am I gonna come back as?
Wow. Okay. I'll go because you thought about it forever. So I would be a bald eagle without a doubt, 100%.
Why?
I want to fly. Flying is awesome. I have dreams. I have dreams that I like do fly. Like I'm.
As like a person?
Yeah,
or
it's like a
bird?
no, as me, yeah.
Okay.
It's like so this is really crazy. So it's
That was a good question.
it was good, yeah. Like maybe I dream about being a bald eagle, yeah. That'd be So. No, and I don't like fly like this. Like I like have
Like
like
Superman?
like a power,
Yeah.
but like I can't fly. It's really bizarre I've never actually said this out loud before. So it's like I use some sort of superpower, and I can only like hover a little
So
bit.
you like levitate.
And I like manipulate how I can like the physics of it, so I can fly a little bit, but it's not like aggressive flying. It's super bizarre. Like I have realistic
like if
dreams,
you had like a jetpack or something.
maybe like I'm in my yard and I'm like, oh, I just need to go to the front, and like I like manipulate
So
how I
instead
can
of
do
like
it.
using your legs, you just
just fly. And it takes
levitate to
and
the
it's
front door
slow.
or something.
Like it's slow. Like I don't fly fast, but it's weird. I don't know. So I would like to be a bald eagle. Number
Aren't
one.
they like about to be extinct?
No, they're coming back now.
Yeah.
They're
Oh, okay, cool.
reversing. Yeah. So
And
number one, they can fly.
make huge nests.
Huge nests.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they're also just ultimate badasses. Like they are the craziest bird. Like they are terrifying.
Like a flamingo, yeah.
Yeah. So
Do
I
you-
would come down and I would just destroy all
Do you
flamingos.
think a bald eagle could like hunt me?
You?
Yeah. Like, do you think they would look at me and be like, I could
That's
take
dinner.
that. That could be dinner.
Wow, man, I was not prepared for this question. I think no. You're
Oh, you're not like a cat.
yeah, you're a little. You're
They're huge.
yeah, you're
They're
still
probably like almost as big as me.
A bald eagle.
Bald
Yeah.
eagles' wingspans, I think, are like 6 feet. Like,
Yeah, they're crazy.
This is why we
They're
need an
big.
intern. I say this every podcast. We need an intern to look up how much a bald eagle it is. But yeah, they're huge. Now, I think you're a little too big.
Okay.
What about me?
maybe when
Just
you're-
kidding. Don't answer that.
Maybe when you were 14. Maybe.
I probably was the same size. I just never stopped. Or I
Never started.
I stopped, yeah.
Look on your
Maybe,
face
yeah.
when I said that.
Feel like I still feel like you're a little too big.
Okay.
So sorry
So
to burst your
maybe
bubble
like
there.
if they were desperate enough.
If you were like, if
Yeah.
like the dinosaurs became extinct, and they existed,
Right.
and then you were the only one that survived for some reason, but all the other dinosaurs, maybe they would probably start.
Right.
Do you think they pick you up too? We're next.
No.
The face he said when I said about me, so I was like, I was
No,
just kidding.
I'm too hairy. They
You-
don't like beards. They don't like beards. Yeah. All right. I want to hear. I'm very excited for
I
this.
would be a whale.
Wow.
Okay.
Because I spend my life being tiny. I would love to know what it feels like to be like bigger than all the other fish.
Really
Yeah.
big, yeah.
Yeah.
And realistically, whales are super chill. Like
Yeah.
like a killer whale or like an orca, or are you
No,
talking
like a sperm whale.
12. Yeah, that's what she said.
Yeah,
So, okay.
I just wanted
yeah.
to say that.
Now, I'm not super familiar with sperm whales, so
either.
yeah, okay, perfect.
Just like the name.
So they're yeah, because honestly, every time like, hey, I'm gonna bring my friend Hope just to let you guys know though she's a whale, so don't say anything, and they're gonna be like, what kind of whale? And I'm gonna be like, sperm whale. Yeah, no, I actually enjoy that. But are they big? What are you looking
I
at?
don't know.
I'm just thinking if you're like, I'm going to bring my friend, hope she's a whale. I wouldn't be like, what kind? I'd be like, you have a friend
You-
that's a whale.
I'd be like rude.
Yeah. Call me Nemo, son. Yeah. But are they big? They gotta be big, cause like, well,
I mean, it's a whale, so they gotta, yeah.
yeah, they gotta be big.
I'm sure.
Yeah. Yeah, I was
Yeah.
gonna. I mean,
think, is it a blue whale? That's
Blue
like
whale's the biggest, I think. Those
okay,
things are
so maybe
massive.
I would be that one.
maybe they're the same though.
Yeah, I don't know. But
Because to be fair,
I can't really swim, so
okay, so that's
yeah.
I'm more of a floater kind of guy.
Yeah.
I'm like the shallow end.
Yeah. And the ocean kind of scares me because,
Ocean's terrifying.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I would be a whale because
Nobody's gonna mess with you in the ocean if you're a sperm whale.
except for like all the plastic.
Now you're just getting too dark here.
And that's about it, though.
Oh,
you know?
that'll be it. Yeah. Yeah. That is kind of bizarre. Are whales at the top of the food chain? Also, what do they eat? Other fish, right? I don't know much
No,
about
well, I
whales.
think
I'm embarrassed to say that.
Yeah, I think it depends. Killer whales will eat like anything.
I don't know why she's judging us so hard.
Yeah, I know. She said she'd be a flamingo.
A flamingo.
Yeah, of all things.
Of all animals you get to pick for 30 days. She's like, I don't care if it's an hour, 30 minutes,
Yeah,
30
she's
years.
passionate about it, or a
Flamingo.
second. I just need to be that flamingo.
Like, yeah. Wow.
I think though, if
Oh, here we go.
okay,
No,
I
go ahead.
think
Keep going.
Nothing.
No, I want to hear it. Keep
No,
going.
I think I've said this before. Like if dogs, like if you came back as a dog though, like it's either gonna be really good or really bad because
Yeah.
dogs have a lot of like they have to do stuff.
Yeah.
But also they get to like see people naked. They get to like snuggle body parts. Like if you're coming back as a dog,
I wouldn't want to come back as a dog. I'd rather come back as a cat. But
Yeah, me too.
if anything, I feel like dogs are just too close to like humans.
yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I'd rather just if I had to come back as an animal, I
Well,
wouldn't pick a
Aaron and
dog.
I talk about this because I don't have a dog, and I don't know if I really want a dog. It's not like I'm heartless. I just don't think I want to. Like I have 2 dogs, kids, right? So for me, but Aaron is like, well, no, I have to have a dog because I need somebody to give me unconditional love at all times,
Yeah.
right? Like so. I'm
That
like,
is
okay,
what
that's
they
fair
do.
enough. But I kind of like cats because they're like, hey, like I understand you provide for me, give me the most nerfiest life in the world, but you got to earn my love.
Yeah.
Right,
That's
and it's
exactly
it's like a
what they're
challenge, right?
Uh-huh.
You're like, oh,
Yeah.
yeah, and then I just throw it outside.
They like decide to love you. They're not born with that like just automatic love that dogs have. Cats are like.
You know how many
like
cats
you
I have
said.
in my life? I need dogs.
I have
don't
4.
Have to try.
How many cats you have in your life
Like,
is
I'm talking
figure of
about-
speech?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I got you. Okay, so you need a dog.
There's like good things about dogs, bad things about dogs, good things about cats, bad things about cats.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. I got one last. There's one last question. Hold on. Oh, I should have printed these out when we could have had like a big old thingy. I'm just trying to kill this awkward silence. Okay, so we already did the dinosaur. Unless you guys want to go back to the dinosaurs, we can go back to the dinosaurs.
I'd love to revisit that conversation after you watch that thing on Netflix.
Okay, all right, yeah. It won't persuade me one way or the other, but I think it might cement my belief even further. But you'll have to send it to me. I'll watch it.
Yeah.
I'll watch it.
I think he also called us boring today, so that's cool.
Did I call you boring?
Yeah.
What did I say? You are boring.
He said I'm big and I'm boring.
That's not what I said. No, all I said yesterday was big girls don't cry. And then you're like, is that a fat joke? I was like, that's my line. All right.
Everything to a fat
If you could tell everyone in the world, you have every single person's attention. If you can tell them one thing about you, what would it be that you want them to know?
Oh, cool.
I am probably like the least judgmental person that I know. Like, you could tell me anything, and I'm kind of indifferent for the
Okay.
most part.
I'm the most judgmental person. Just kidding. I'm really not.
Save it for the judge. I don't know what you're, it's not me.
Oh gosh, this is I don't know. I know. So people think that I don't like to hug or I don't have that soft side, which sometimes it's true, but also I do like when people hug me. I just don't like to be the first to hug.
Really?
I'm actually softer than I come across.
So you don't like initiating it, because
I
that's
feel
like
really
the
uncomfortable.
awkward part, but you like being like wrapped up in a hug.
Yeah,
Like
I
that
was
physical
So
contact.
you're like a cat.
I was thinking last night, I was like, I thought my love language was one thing, but then I was like, is it actually personal touch but it means more to me when it's like the right people too, not just like some rando hugging you, which happens to me all the time.
So, okay. All right.
What
So that's
about
it.
you?
One thing. Oof. I didn't even think about it for myself, to be honest with
I know
you.
that's a hard question.
Yeah. Sometimes I feel like people may think I'm not approachable. Like maybe people I went to high school with or people I haven't talked to in a while. But I feel like I'm like the most down to earth person in the world. Like
And the most humble.
well, I mean, but like, okay, but do you feel like, you guys both know me, do you feel like there's somebody in this world that if it was just me and them sitting at a bar, I wouldn't sit there and start a conversation with them? And become acquaintances or friends with them? Like, I just feel like I give off a non-approachable vibe.
I don't feel like I
Really?
had
I
that
don't
with
feel
you.
I don't
that
know.
at all.
There's like, there's people that I've known forever that may not reach out to me to use me for business or whatever, but like they still like don't. I'll see them out in public and it's just a wave and it's, whatever out there. Like, I don't know, you feel like it would say
I get that. People, because I have RBF, people think that about me too.
So maybe that's it. Like maybe
have RBF working.
Like what I want you to do, like when you see me out, is come say hi. Like actually, like I want to talk to you. I don't know.
Can I say one more thing? Because mine
Yeah.
is kind of lame. What I want people to know about me is I'm 30-something. I'm independent, but like I don't always want to be independent. I want someone to take care of me.
This is not a dating show. That's not what this is. Well, we can turn it into one.
Yeah.
Emily, behind door number 1. You know what? I watched that naked. Did I tell you about this? It's on Max. It's it's like a naked. They're butt naked, and the eligible bachelor or bachelorette looks at just the genitalia like that. Like
I did see that.
I
never watched it, but I know what you're talking about.
It was
It's a
nuts.
show?
Yeah, it's a British
It's a lot
show.
of blurring out.
No,
They literally decide who they want to meet
based off
on-
of how good they look naked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, so you can see, what part can you see?
Everything.
Okay.
Literally everything. You can see like everything. It's crazy. And it's disgusting at the same time. Like, and they're like so nice. They're like so the one the one I was watching was they said like the male appendage was too big. Like, right? And so she's like, no, and then but there was like one girl that was like she liked men and women. So there was like 3 men and 3 women on the stage, and then she picked which one she wanted. And the last thing you see is their face, and like you don't.
I feel like that makes you realize how important faces are
Yeah.
in the grand
Yeah.
scheme,
Yeah.
you know?
Man.
I just think the whole thing is absolutely
That was
insane and ridiculous.
It was.
Totally.
I had to stop watching it because it was like. It's just like the first episode, you're laughing and you're just like kind of rooting them on, like you're like.
But that's like that's just whatever. That's so much. I get uncomfortable seeing guys' feet, let alone their whole.
Oh, okay.
Like that's too naked.
Yeah, that's a little weird.
sometimes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a little weird.
It's a weird thing I have.
It's all right. So, well, wow.
So don't wear sandals around Emily.
It's very
Well,
intimate to me.
So I'm like, yeah.
Like I don't know. It's just,
And I'm like I never have my shoes on either. And during the summertime, like I like flip flops. Like if I'm not going anywhere, I'll do flip. Except I did get told one time that as a grown adult, no person wants to see a man's feet ever. So don't wear flip flops. And I'm like, unless you're at the beach. So I used to wear flip flops all the time, and I'm like, that's a good point.
I don't know. It's something about bare feet. It's just very intimate to me. Guys, not girls. Like
Bare feet is intimate.
like guys' bare feet. Yeah.
That's kind of crazy.
Because you never really see them.
Yeah.
No.
I
guess.
Well,
Unless you're like.
I don't know because
getting
like
intimate.
we
I feel like you see. That's weird. Okay. All right.
Okay. I just don't. Okay.
What else?
Yeah.
All right. Predictions for the summer market. What do we think going on?
Oh, I think we are going to see a similar summer as we did 2 years ago.
2022.
I think a lot of people have been waiting to buy houses, and then they're seeing that nothing's going to change, and they're afraid of getting into a worse position. So that's when they're going to start selling and buying, because if they don't sell now, then they could potentially, this is just saying, not assuming this is going to happen, but if prices drop, then they could lose equity when they go to sell it, or they could net less when they go to sell it, I should say. And then with buyers too, with interest rates, I think they're going to realize that it's not going to get any better. What are you doing?
Oh, we have a special guest.
Recording in progress.
Oh gosh, did they just jump on?
They just jumped on.
Do you know
Yeah.
who it is? Who is that? Oh, hey. Why is he wearing a man tank top?
He is wearing a man tank
Look at
top.
that hunk of meat.
Yeah. What's up, Mate?
What's going on, Mike?
Oh yeah, you can only see me. Can I turn this camera around? Hold on a
Why is
second.
he drinking apple juice?
Turn it around.
What do you mean? Don't you want to look at me?
I said, please turn it around. I want to see her too.
Oh, I'm trying. Here we go. You ready? There.
Hello.
There's Hope. There's Emily.
Oh, my head. Oh, hi. I'm like,
Dude, look at the fresh cut that Mate has, though.
Yeah, it
Look
looks
at-
nice.
So he was going to join us at 10:30, but he had to get a haircut. Hey, wow, that looks
really priorities.
wow, that
Also at
looks
the barbershop.
that looks really familiar, to be honest with you.
Looks like your hair. Hey, I have a question for you.
Oh,
Dude, fresh.
Do you wear flip-flops?
Emily's asking you a question. Can you hear
I
Emily?
can't hear a word you're saying.
That's,
Do you wear flip-flops?
No, what?
oh, you're at the barber still.
I told you I'm still at the barbershop.
Oh my God! Wait, are you friends with your barber?
All of them, yeah.
Maybe, maybe we'll come up there and I'll get it clean faded. Hope you want to get a clean fade.
Sure.
Yeah, Hope's all about
Got
it.
you. I'll take care of you. I got you.
All right, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Well, anyways,
They serve bourbon too, so we're good.
oh, hey, so all right, let me just replay here real quick. So, all right, so Emily.
Kyle, you paint the picture?
Yeah, let me paint the picture. Let me set the scene here real quick. All right. So, no, it's from the last podcast. So, Emily, if she could be any animal for 30 days, she chose a flamingo.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, flamingo. Yeah. No, you heard it right. A flamingo.
Why?
Well, she said because it's got nice legs,
Good
I think.
balance.
Good
nice
balance.
legs. They live
I
in.
want to hear her tell me why. Emily, tell me
yeah.
why.
They have
Hold,
good balance.
hold the
Why is he putting
microphone
his head down?
so you can hear.
They have good balance. They're pink. They have really nice, sexy legs. I don't know if a bird can have sexy legs.
I
They
mean,
have
hey,
nice
they can.
I think
stems.
out of all the birds,
I'm trying to
Never
make.
seen my
I'm trying to
legs.
sell this better. What did he say?
You've never seen my legs.
And they live in tropical weather, and they don't really have to do anything. They just stand there.
I mean, on that note, I guess I'd be an elephant. I mean, they don't do anything either. They got nice legs, and they're big and bulky, so...
I don't think
And no one's going to f*** with them. That will be eaten by a snake.
Yeah, so it gets better. It gets better. So Hope said she's going to be a sperm whale.
Who's, is it said Hope?
Hope, right here. There's Hope.
Hi, Hope.
Hello.
So yeah, so she's going to be a sperm whale, a specific and I quote, sperm whale. Like that's what she chose. Not just a whale, a sperm whale.
Yeah.
I'm going to hold my jokes to myself. That's for a different podcast.
Yeah.
But,
That's after dark. Yeah.
you guys are more than welcome to join that one, too.
Yeah. So I said a bald eagle for myself.
Mike, you do scream freedom.
Thank you. I do. Yeah. You see my July 4th pictures.
When I think of Mike Swigert, I think of freedom in America and bald eagles.
Yeah. Gosh. Man, do I love you.
And dinosaurs.
And dinosaurs. Hey, we started the dinosaurs.
Never happened.
Yeah, that's see what I mean. Look at that. We have a following. We have a crowd now. He believes they haven't happened either.
Never happened.
Yeah, no, it didn't happen, and they think I'm crazy for it. They didn't even want to talk about it. They didn't even want to debate. Then they tried to call me a flat earther.
I hope one of your sons grow
he
up to be paleontologists.
He knows that.
He said it's egg shaped.
What's egg shape?
The earth.
Yeah, like my head. Yeah. Wait, what?
Yeah, the one above your shoulders, right?
Yeah. that's what I mean. I told you it's the little. Look at Emily's face. Like, why are you?
figure it out.
You said. What did you say?
I said like my head. He's like the one above your shoulders, right?
Sorry for always taking it to the next level, but that's what I do.
Hey, that's a hell of a barber shop outfit though. Like, did you just go to the gym and then go get your hair cut? God, there's children on this app, dude.
Hold on, guys. Pick one and I'll drink it.
That one. Is that? Yeah, that one. Is that complimentary? Do you have to be Croatian to go to that barber shop?
No.
Sweet. I'm gonna go with
You
you.
drive all the way there so you can get some. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, then you have to come get a haircut from my barber then.
You would love it, Mike. You would love it here.
Yeah.
Hey, guys, I'm taking the Angel's Envy. Angel's Envy?
What's going on right now?
He's just taking their whiskey or their bourbon.
Hey, Max. I don't need that. I get that at home. I don't need that here, Max.
So Mate is because you know Mate. Hope you
I
have
don't
not
know.
met Mate. So yeah, he's he so he's an agent with Berkshire Hathaway, the Paramount Properties Group. He's started a team with Berkshire
cool.
Hathaway up
Okay.
in Menor. You're in the Menor office. So
Okay.
he's a good time. He's a good time. He was last week, so we're gonna have him kind of interject on all the podcasts to bring it up. So yeah. All right. Any last statements, Mate, before we go?
What's that?
Any last statements before we go?
Ooh, boy.
Give us something. Give us something to ride home on.
Give me a second. Let me hear what Emily and Hope have to say, and I'll feed off of that.
Yeah. Ask him any question.
Hope looks very uncomfortable right now.
I feel like I've
think
been
she-
the most uncomfortable
I was gonna
this
say-
whole time.
Yeah, Hope's like plotting secretly like what she's gonna do.
I
yeah.
think you both are plotting against me.
Uncomfortable.
Because I think they're both plotting against me. I always said, why are you uncomfortable?
I'm not uncomfortable.
she's never
Not
uncomfortable.
uncomfortable.
That's not true.
I'm sorry to judge right away then.
Ask him. I mean, what we got?
I don't really have
I asked the
anything.
most important question. It's Hope's turn.
Wait, what'd you ask?
What'd you ask?
Does he wear sandals?
Oh yeah, does he wear
Do
sandals?
I have
yeah.
to marry him if I see his feet?
Yeah, no, that's hey, Mate, so Emily believes that if she sees your feet, she has to marry you.
Get in line, Toots.
Apparently he's barefoot a lot.
Now he's got boots on.
He doesn't.
I mean, with this fresh fade,
Yeah,
I
dude.
mean,
Hey, yeah, you can't look at women the right way. You might, just look at them like that. You might have a fifth son.
Mike can't even make eye contact with me right now. He's struggling. That's why he has a camera face towards you ladies. He can't look at me.
Yeah, that's why. That's yeah. Well, thanks for ruining my secret. I'm also wearing sweatpants too. All we can see is his face.
I guess the one thing I have to say before I leave here, and I'm probably going to hang up the moment I say it, so if you want to cut it out, that's fine. To honor, you can't come in her, come on her.
That was beautiful.